When you're planning a Disney World trip, one of the biggest decisions you'll make is where to stay. You can stay off-site, or you can stay on-site and fully commit to the Disney bubble. Personally, I'm an on-site person all the way. Disney has 32 resorts split into 3 categories: deluxe, moderate, and value. Today we're focusing on value and answering one big question: which Disney Value Resort is actually the best? Disney has 5 value resorts: All-Star Sports, Music and Movies, Pop Century, and Art of Animation. To figure out which one wins, we're breaking them down into 3 categories: price, theming, and amenities. Let's start with cost, because it's at the top of most people's list when making a decision. Like any other tourist destination, Disney price fluctuates depending on the time of year you go. Value resorts usually range from around $100 a night on the low end to around $400 a night on the high end, not including suites. The cheapest option is almost always the All-Star Resorts, with All-Star Sports usually being the least expensive of the 3. Next up in price is Pop Century, and the most expensive value resort is Art of Animation. The All-Stars are a great choice if you're planning to spend all day in the parks and only using the hotel to sleep. They're also perfect for last-minute trips. My wife and I have stayed at the All-Star Resorts multiple times for quick, spontaneous getaways. So if your goal is the absolutely cheapest Disney hotel, book the All-Star Resorts. Next up is theming, and this is where Disney Value Resorts really shine. The All-Star Resorts are themed around sports, music, and movies, with giant props everywhere, like oversized football helmets and sports field at All-Star Sports. Pop Century is themed around the decades with massive pop culture icons, like a 65-foot jukebox, giant bowling pins, Mr. Potato Head, and a huge Play-Doh container. Then there's Art of Animation. This resort was originally planned as an extension of Pop Century, but Disney pivoted, using some of its own IP for this resort. Art of Animation is themed entirely around classic Disney and Pixar films, and it easily has the best theming of any value resort. You've got sections for Cars, Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo, and The Lion King, with huge character statues, amazing photo ops, and the Big Blue Pool, the largest pool at Disney World. When it comes to theming, Disney's Art of Animation is the clear winner. It feels less generic and more Disney than all the other resorts. And lastly, amenities. All value resorts include multiple pools, food courts, pool bars, Disney bus transportation. But here's where things really change. Pop Century and Art of Animation both have access to the Disney Skyliner, and that is a huge deal. The Skyliner lets you easily travel to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. It also connects you to other resorts like Caribbean Beach, Riviera, Boardwalk, Yacht and Beach Club. That means way more dining options, more places to explore, and way less time waiting for buses. The Skyliner access is exactly why Pop Century and Art of Animation cost more than All-Stars, and honestly, it's worth it. For amenities alone, the best resorts are Pop Century and Art of Animation. So which value resort's the best one? When you combine pricing, theming, and amenities, my pick for best Disney Value Resort, Pop Century. You get Skyliner access, a lower price than Art of Animation, fun theming, and you can still walk over to Art of Animation for photo ops and to check out the resort. One quick thing to keep in mind, standard value resort rooms sleep 4 people. If you have a family of 5 or more, your options are 2 connecting value rooms or a family suite at Art of Animation or All-Star Music. Once you get into suite pricing, you're often looking at moderate or even deluxe resort prices, which I will break down in future videos, so make sure you're subscribed. At the end of the day, you can't really go wrong with a Disney Value Resort. They all have their pros and cons, but either way, you're still in the Disney magic. What's your favorite Disney Value Resort? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the parks.